good Lord. I said, dang, we in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm burnt. I'm tired. I'm tired, but I still came in and said, I'm gonna come in and do a live. I'm gonna come in and drop one for y'all. You know, trying to get the schedules together type. You feel me? But I hope everybody out there having a good day. I hope you had a good day because it's nighttime now. So I hope you had a good day. I'm about to what's up with it? Awoken one, the first one in the building. Yeah, I'm about to open up Discord so we can chop it up on Discord because I didn't really know what I was gonna come in here and be talking about. So I said, okay. I said I'm gonna just start the live. You feel me? I'm gonna call it the late night stream because I just got some news from Exile that I forgot the one guy channel, like he said he got demonetized because of talking about psychedelics. And I don't know, it might not be that, but I can't. Yeah, what's his name, bro? Dang, hold on. Where's my? God, I got two phones, but Dakota of Earth. Yeah, that's his name, Dakota of Earth. And I was like, going, dang, that's crazy. He said he got demonetized for talking about psychedelics but I'm like going, I hope that ain't what it was, because that's what we always talk about, and we've been talking about it for a long time. It like, and we never had a problem. So I hope that that's not what it is, but we all know who Dakota of Earth is because he be sharing a lot of good information about the psychedelics. That's why I'm like going, maybe it's something other than that, because when I had got it done to me, I thought it was that also. But when I went and did what he said he was gonna do, I went and downloaded all my videos. Like, I went and downloaded my own videos. Like, he was telling other people, go ahead if you want the videos, go on and download them. But I went and I downloaded all of my videos that I had, like at least like almost 2,000 videos. It got to be between 1,500 and 2,000 videos. I went and I downloaded, and yeah, I'm like going. But then I left all the videos that I had uploaded in the past, like most of my psychedelic trips, I left them up there. I didn't take them down, and they ain't said nothing. I haven't, and it's like crazy because over the 6 years now of just doing YouTube, like I never had them say anything about my psychedelic videos, like especially when I'm having my psychedelic experiences or anything like that. I've never had a problem about them saying anything. Now it's wild because I feel like if they demonetize like your trip experiences, I can understand that. Like, I can understand that. Like, who cares? You can demonetize it, but it's still gonna be there. And but I think he got so many subscribers that he was like actually like just making a nice little living off of just creating the content that he was creating for everybody. So I think that kind of messed with his pockets, and it's like kind of messed up when get to that point to where you're actually creating a living to where this is what you can do full time, and then they come along and tell you, hey, you can't do it like that no more. I think that's just kind of far out. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like, I'm going, despite what, like, we gonna keep going here. We gonna keep running this channel, and I'm gonna keep doing it the way I've been doing it because it's been flowing. People come in, they be able to share their experiences. We be able to talk about everything, and it's kind of dope. But I'm gonna step outside of my comfort zone. What's up with it? There's peace. But I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and start doing videos, reaction videos like that last video, because I think There's Peace is the one that be talking about a lot of the other stuff that be going on in the world, because it like like knowing that that is part of it. You know, you just got some people that just gonna be doing weird things in life. You know, it's not us, but it's other people that's just gonna be doing weird things, and it's like I'm gonna start doing reactions to those type of videos because I see them a lot. When I come in here, I get on here, I just start kind of, what's up? Thanks, Master Creator. Let's see, it is what it is, and it is what it ain't at the same time. Hey, that be throwing them off though. Waking one day, they be like, so what you believe? I'll be like, I don't believe in nothing, but I believe in everything at the same time. Just as simple as that. Because you don't know what's gonna be true. Like you don't know what's gonna be true until you actually experience it or you see it or you there. Because you can hear many different stories. And until you actually get there and see it for yourself, that's when you literally understand it and you go, okay, bam, I can see that thing happening. But if it's not here in your face all the time, it's like it's not happening. It's not really in your world. You can hear the stories. We hear the stories all the time. What are we talking about? You think that we have to stop sharing our trip? I think that me. No, bro, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was probably something else. I think it was something else that he did, and he probably just ain't figured out what it was yet. But I like, okay, wait, hold on. Let me go to because I was asking Exile and he said he didn't know either. But let me go. I'm gonna read to you what he actually said on his on his stream,
Here's
Hold
the
on.
story about the time I was kidnapped and captured by a
Oh, dang. Oh, thanks, Snail Horseplay, man. Thanks for y'all donating. I don't ask for it. But if you feel like you like the content, you can donate if you want to. It always helps with keeping the process going. But yeah, what he basically said was YouTube has taken away my monetization and it's making me remove my flag psychedelic content. See, okay, if I want it back, unfortunately, this had put me in a financial pickle. And that means some of my most popular and beloved videos will be removed. Go download them if you want. Like, okay, so that's the thing. Like, I don't have any flagged psychedelic videos. Like, I have none. Like, none of my psychedelic videos that I ever did in the past are flagged. So I'm going like that's like a warning sign right there to me, if you ask me. Like, if you got flagged videos, then take them down. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop doing psychedelic content. Because if I go to my content, I got a lot of videos as well. Most of our video, mostly, I say 99% of the videos I've done is talking about psychedelics. Like, this is what the channel, this is what we talk about. But I don't have any flagged videos. I don't have no, and like when I did have videos where they said, "Oh, this content," all it said was, "This content is made for 18 and over." And like when I go live, that's what I do. I make sure that I have that turned on to where, you know, anybody can't just come in and watch the videos. If you're not 18 and over or you're not on the 18 and over content level, you're not going to get these videos. He said, tell him download them and upload them to Rumble. Rumble is in strict. Oh, yeah, dang. He won't get flagged on Rumble. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though, Awoken one, like with him, like the as many subscribers that he got, that might just work for him because he got a lot of subs, so that might work for him. But then to like build something and then start all over and have to rebuild it again somewhere else, man, that's like a big hassle, bro. That's a big hassle. That's a big hassle, but he can do it. He can do it. You ever check out the 434 channel? His content pretty interesting too. A collab would be crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. I seen 434. He the one be talking about, I think I seen it like back in the past. Wait, let me see. 434. I got my stuff up high right now. I don't know. When I changed this chair, I said, dang, this chair, this I changed this chair. Look, I don't know what happened. It make it seem like I'm sitting low now. You feel me? Okay, yeah, yeah, 434. Yeah, I seen this guy videos
If you're
back in the
new to the
days. I seen his videos back in the days. Yeah, he got some good content. I remember he used to be like the machine elves told me, and he started telling you, they're giving you little different stories of what the psychedelics said to him while he was in there, which is good, bro. He was making some good content. But lately, you know what I do, snail horseplay? Like I like when I go now and I look for like psychedelic experiences, I go and I try to find people that are not content creators. You feel me? I don't know why. It's like, I love the content creators, don't get me wrong, because they're looking for the outlet, they know where to go, they're making content. But bro, I like people that they not making content. They just going, "Hey man, I took I took some mushrooms and this and this and this and this happened." And then they start filling you in with all these stories that you just be like, "Whoa," you feel me? Like I like that kind of stuff. I don't want it to be no story. I don't want you to have story time to where you trying to sell me the experience. I want that authentic. I just seen some stuff and I don't understand it type experiences. I think psychedelics should be done in the secret at some point. I think you know what'll be dope is if they actually came out with now I ain't gonna say that because if I say it right now, somebody's gonna hear it and they're gonna go and take it and run with it. I don't care. But if they actually came out with a platform to where that's all it was about mainly. It was like psychedelics, healing, and meditation. Like that's what the platform is about. Like a platform like YouTube or Rumble that is just that, to where you don't have to worry about all the outsidedness. You like people know that go there, they're trippers, a straight platform for nothing but trippers. Like that's it, and you can share your videos and you can share your stories and everybody can support everybody, and you don't have to worry about the outside world coming in and going, and trying to actually stop it, because a lot of these things, man, it's good for us that's doing it, like TikTok, but for psychedelics. Yeah, TikTok, you'll get banned fast on TikTok talking about psychedelics. Like it's weird because I got in trouble a couple of times, like talking about experiences, because if you say like, mushrooms, like magic mushrooms or like DMT, the LSD, if you say these different things, then you'll get in trouble. So it's like, bam, you feel me? Drug or psycho, yeah, or psych talk. He said drug talk or psych talk. Trip tube. That's what it should be called. You feel me? Trip tube. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm, I'll work on that tomorrow. I'll see if that can actually be done. If I can if I can come up with something like that, because something like TripTube or something like that, a spin off of YouTube, to where it's a platform that everybody share, not just sharing psychedelic experiences, but basically sharing all the things about psychedelics, because I feel like a lot of people get into psychedelics and then they learn so much about it, it turned into a science project almost. Hey, for real, it turns into a science project, because then you start learning all these different things that yeah, hold on, let me take a picture of that so I remember, bro. So I remember tomorrow I don't wake up and forget it, because my dreams be already crazy. But let me take a picture of that. Yeah, let me remember that. Trip tube. So yeah, trip tube, I think that'll be dope. And then it's wild, because something like that, then you can have ones that are curious about it, that can actually go and they can look at it too. They'll be wanting to see also. and but you won't have to worry about getting flagged or anybody trying to stop it. But I think the reason why a lot of us use YouTube, Rumble, and these other sources is because we can make an income off of it, you know. And I was into that at first too. I'm not gonna hold you. I was into the I need to make an income off of YouTube and I gotta do all this, but I got past that really fast. I got past that really fast to where I didn't depend on YouTube to take care of the things that I need to take care of in life. I didn't depend on it. So like I could have went into the stories of becoming that type of person, but it wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me. It like to me, it's another adventure. You feel me? It's another journey in life, and and I want all the journeys. I don't just want to be caught up in the one journey and then make that my one thing, and that's the only thing that I can do. And and that's how I give my whole life to the psychedelics. You feel me? Like I was telling Nabi earlier, like, my life is like a psychedelic now. And I haven't dove in it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a while now since I dove in and like I got it, but it's like I done had so many psychedelics. I feel like I done had so many experiences. I found myself, bro. And that's the wild thing about it. Let me read this first. He said, a roid, what? Do that you can just share your experiences. You cannot discuss with other or comment. I think it's really good because it's like if you live the trip when you read it. Yeah, well, yeah, understandable. But yeah, I'm just saying like I had so many experiences and I was looking for so many different things, but everything that I was looking for, I found, and it showed me. And some things I didn't want to accept, but I learned to accept it to the point to where I'm not looking anymore. I feel fulfilled, bro. Like that's why you always see me laughing. You all like through everything, through the pain, through the loss of the loved ones, through this happening, through that happening, the pain of life. Like I'm still smiling. And once you find that joy, you don't want to destroy it. You found yourself. You found that you are the one that make you happy in life. You are the one that make you joy in life. There's nothing out there that can give you that forever joyness that's outside of you. Only you can do that. And it's like once you find it, bro, you just be laughing. Like all I can do is laugh at everything now. I can laugh at everybody's experience. I can when I say laugh at everything, I don't laugh at everything, but I can laugh at everything and I can still smile through everything and still be joyous and still be happy because I don't need the answers no more. The answers that I feel like I needed was answers that I threw at myself or I threw at the world or I got outside in the world and it was saying, "Oh, you need to know this or you need to know that." I got to the point to where I feel like you really don't need to know anything if you don't want to. Like knowing is nothing but another hassle because once you feel like you know and you talk to somebody that thinks differently, you're going to look at them a certain way. Once you get to that point to where you feel like you think you know and you know it and nobody knows it and nobody is going to ever know it. You feel me? At the same time, they going to know. They going to know what they need to know. And once you get to that point, bro, it's like, oh, I found my bliss. I found my bliss. I found my bliss. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm going, I hope other people get there, which I think we're all already there. That's how come we can come here. We can talk about psychedelics. We can talk about the experience. We can talk about other things. We can laugh. We can joke and we can have fun. And it don't have to be so serious all the time. You feel me? Because I think that's the thing. It's like when you just make it serious all the time, it's like, okay, what game is that? So you telling me like even you see people out there and they're talking and they talking they creating a psychedelic content. Like a lot of times you don't see people laughing, you don't see them joking, You feel me? They got to make everything so serious. They got to convince you that everything is supposed to be taken serious. Oh, the psychedelics is supposed to be taken serious. You got to use it this way. You got to use it like that. Yeah, if that was the case, then it wouldn't be getting used in all the many different ways that it's getting used. Life wouldn't even be getting lived in all the different ways that life is being lived. Like you fighting a never-ending battle that you know you're gonna battle the rest of your life trying to make it into what you expect it to be or think it should be. You feel me? Like instead of accepting it, like you like there's a lot of things that's happening right now, like the fires, right? We can't stop that. We can go, oh man, you know this shouldn't happen, and you know, but you can't stop it. It's happening. This is what's happening right now. Embrace it. Embrace it. Do your part. Do what you can. You feel me? But you know, in the end, you can't. You like think about it. You like if you can't save yourself from life, how you gonna save anybody else? Like you can't even save yourself. Like, and that makes me laugh. It's like you can't save yourself, so how you gonna save somebody else? Like the only thing we can kind of do is make it comfortable for each other. That's it. Why we here? A woman could cut off your and during your sleep, it wouldn't make me happy. And see, but I don't think like that because that's something I don't have to worry about. You better be careful there is peace. You keep creating all these situations, one of them gonna happen. And that's gonna be on you. But the worries that you got, I understand your worries. But you can't give your worries to me and expect me to worry about like that right there. Like, why am I going to be worried? I know for a fact that that will never happen in my life. I don't live with no Lorena Bobbitt. So I know. So why would I even carry that with me? Like I'll take that right now and put that in my bag right now, and now I'm gonna wake up in fear every time, which is going to create these different circumstances within my brain, and I'm going to be fighting my own thoughts. Why am I fighting my own thoughts, bro? Like, why am I going to even fight the world? I can't, like I said, bro, I can't fight the world. It's just me alone. I only can fight my own feelings, my own thoughts. I only can fight the ideas that I have. You feel me? But once I learned how to put down the ideas and the feelings and what everybody else thought, bro, it was a burden off of me. Cause I can't like right now, I'm in San Diego, right? I'm in San Diego, right? Right now, somebody is getting done right now. I can't stop that. I can't stop that. I know I wouldn't do something like that. That's the only thing that matters. And you know, I can say, okay, yeah, pray for that person. And you know, I wish the best and I hope things change. But we've been wishing and praying for a long time. For a long time. Like our grandmothers did it. Our great grandmothers did it. Our great grandmothers did it. They've been doing that for a long time, bro. That's not gonna stop people from being people. Some people just gonna be who they are. And you're not gonna be able, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna take somebody in that you think like the one video I just did of the guy that works at the church school, and everybody's going, well, he's a good person. He's a good person. And look what he did. And then after he did what he did, they still tried to back him up and say, well, he can change. And it's like, no, bro, it's just going to be people like that. But when you see people like that or you see certain things, you know, you got to be careful yourself about it. You have to be careful. There's certain things you got to watch for, but that one right there, you said, bro, I hope you, man, you better watch out who you with. Let's see what Snail Horseplay said. I think you probably got a couple of hours to get it song back on. If you put it on ice. Now they can get you a new one nowadays. Snail Horseplay, they can get you they can get you a new one. He said it's funny because the Bible says don't pray in vain, repetition. And oh yeah, I was saying that. I was speaking to somebody the other day and they was asking me why don't I pray. I said because I felt like every time I prayed, I was praying for the same thing over and over again. And then I kind of thought about it like certain things that was spoken in the Bible. Like God knows your heart. God knows what you was before you was here. God knew you when you was in the womb. God knew you in the last life that you lived. God know everything about you. God know your wants. God know your needs. God, if God knows all these things, why do I have to waste my time and pray about something? God already knows my heart. So me understanding just that little piece right there, I know I'm going to be led in the right direction. I'm going to go in the right direction every time. Even if I go in the wrong direction, I had to go in the wrong direction to see that that direction wasn't wrong, right for me. I had to take those steps in order to realize and see that it wasn't for me in order to push me the right way. And that's the crazy thing. But we say all these things and then we take these little things and we make them bigger than what they already are. You know why? In order so we can feed our own ego. So once I feed my own ego, now I can tell you what you doing wrong because I feel like I know what's right. And it's like, okay, that's good. You know, you can have that. You can have that, but you got to understand it's trillions of people that didn't live this life. And you feel me? Like, we just a small speck within that trillion. Like, if you take our thoughts and throw them within that trillion, it'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack there. Your thoughts will never get found. You'll never get, if all the people that ever lived this life was here right now and you was on one side and your parent was on the other side, you'll never find each other. You'll never find each other. But that's how small our ideas are. But these ideas that we hold on and we carry, they're not ours. These fears, they're not ours. These are not our fears. We walking around with everybody else fear because everybody and everything is telling you, hey, be in fear of this. Be scared of this. Be scared of that. Now you walking around with them fears. Now you go to sleep with them fears. Just think about it. You go to sleep with them fears. You think about those fears when you sleep and you wake up with those fears. And what those fears is, they add fears on top of those fears because that one fear of being scared of getting your tabernacle, your your pelly whacker cut off. You feel me? That's gonna come with all kind of stuff. It's gonna put all now every time you see a woman and if she pick up a knife and she start cutting up some vegetables, you go that fear is gonna come across your mind. It's just gonna create many other things, bro. And it's like, you just gotta lighten your own load. And I can't even say that to you because you know what's good for you. If that's a fear you want to live with, then that's a fear you should live with. But don't try to come bring it to me and expect me to carry it. I said I'm not carrying nobody else fears. I'm not carrying nobody else burdens. I'm not carrying nobody else ideas. If they're not helping me in my process of me being who I am, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. And that was my problem over time of carrying everybody else fear, everybody else idea. You feel me? The ideas I got, you feel me, wherever they came from, I can stick with those. You feel me? That's how I can understand how a person could actually live as a Christian their whole life and only have the Christian belief. Or a person can live as a Muslim their whole life and only have the Muslim belief because it's easier that way. It's easier for them to not have to deal with the things outside of that. I can take this one understanding and I can ride it my whole life and not, I don't have to worry about if that God over there is real or if that one is real. I can believe this one right here and carry this one. And I think that's what it is, bro, for us. Once we find the one that's appealing to us and that works with us, boom, we can take it. Two words, LSD bomb. But at the same time, being worried of things, being anxious, make you want to work harder to fix the world. But you can't fix the world. That's okay. Let's think. Okay, sit right here, right now, and think of everybody that came to fix the world and spent their whole time trying to fix the world. You feel me? You're gonna have times where the world is gonna change by itself. That's what it does. We change because as we go, we get better, we think better, we get smarter, we get more loving. It's a process, but it ain't on us to change the world. You only can change you. You have to lead by example. You have to be a better you. So now when you go and you be a better person towards that person, it rubs off on them and they can take it and go be a better person towards that person. And then it'll go like dominoes. But when we go around and we start pointing out somebody's wrong, like me, like that was one of the things that I used to always do, like, criticizing people about their belief system, about what God they believe in, if they believed in Jesus, or if they believed in Buddha, or if they believed in Krishna, or Allah. Once I begin to criticize those people, now they're looking at me like I'm something evil. So I, like me, I can embrace something like that. I can embrace that, but I can say, dang, I got one, two, three, four, five. Like if I just count step kids and everything all together, like about 10 kids, and none of my kids is walking around carrying pistols. None of them is gangbangers. None of them is doing like no weird stuff. You know why? Because they followed my example. They followed what I did. I didn't do stuff like that. I got that out of my system before I even had them. I got a lot of it out of my system before. Well, my older ones seen a lot of stuff, but still, though, they don't do that. They don't do that. And like that's the thing, because a lot of people nowadays, they stuck in their ways, bro. Like, and that's just what it is. A lot of these older people, like a lot of people that's 35 and up, they stuck in their ways. They are stuck. It's on them to change. Can't nobody change them. It's on them to be able to change and see they self. You feel me? Let's see, what you say, Big Chill. The world is changing with or without you. Yeah, exactly. But the world don't need nobody to change, though. The world is changing by itself. We see it all. That's what we doing here right now. We ain't coming here to just bash everybody. Sometimes it depends on what they doing. You feel me? But we not here just bashing everybody. No, we the ones that decided to make a change, and we made that change. And that's why we here right now, because we made that change. And other people are going to come that made that change. And other people are going to come that are deciding to make a change. You feel me? And I only can go off from my experience of ones that I knew that lived this life and passed on. Like I have uncles that I have an uncle that did his thing, his all the way up into his death. You couldn't tell him shit. You could say whatever you wanted. He was gonna do what he wanted to do. Despite what? All the way, and he lived 60 some years. 60 some years, all the way up until his death, he was the same person. And he did what the hell he wanted to do. Now, you can come along and you can tell that person, oh, you can change, but they're gonna be looking at you like, bro, I've been here all this time and I've been doing this long. You ain't fit to stop that. Some people might listen. Some people might listen. And it's cool. That's one thing that I always got told by my mom, despite what, you gotta keep talking it. And that's what we do. We keep talking it and we keep spreading the love. And that's the only way that things gonna change. Other than that, sometimes that's not gonna change a lot of people because their DNA is just shot. Like Big Chills. You feel me? Now I'm just playing. I seen Big Baby changing. If you notice, he's not as hype as he was when he first got on that podcast. Oh yeah, I was seeing all that stuff go on. But I ain't watched I seen that he started his own little podcast. But it's wild because they live in LA. They live in LA and it's like trippy. I'm surprised a lot of stuff that happened. That's why I think a lot of it was fake. Cause a lot of stuff that they did, bro, like dang, man, we talking LA, bro, the craziest of the craziest. You feel me? You can get popped for stepping on somebody's sneakers. Like literally. So I don't know. I don't know. Some of it is real, some of it is fake, but I'm just going, the LA that I know and the dudes from LA I was locked up with, nah, bro. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. You will get the whole the whole studio would have been whopped up so long ago. It didn't matter where it was. It would have been a long time ago. So I don't know, but I hope, they start getting into, making better. I think that's the one thing I can say that I do like is like how, the different gangs, like you have the Crips and the Bloods doing podcasts together, and they're able to hang with each other. So it's like it's starting off, it get crazy at times, but at least they can be around each other. I think that's a beautiful thing right there. It's like that's the good that I see. It's a start. It's a start, because when I was in prison, they wouldn't sit at the table with each other. Like when I was in prison, like a South Sider couldn't even sit at the table with a North Sider. Like that's how it was, and it wasn't no f ends and buts about it. If we in line and we get to that table and they all lined up at the table, they fighting. Period. They not even gonna sit down. They fighting instantly, and that's how it was. But things is changing, and I think that's what's crazy, bro, is that it's changing, but in there it's staying the same, but it's making in there have to change also at the same time, because Whack 100, he got Blueface as one of his rappers. Man, but see, we getting into this. We gotta go in. We about to go in Discord, bro. You done brought this up. Now we gotta go in here and talk to Nabi. Nabi, you here?
Man, that's
Oh,
dope.
got him.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
had to, because they brought up somebody in the comments, a woken one brought up Brick Baby, right? And he was saying like that Brick Baby kind of cooled down from what he used to be. And I was like telling him, like, back in the days, like, Nabi, you remember, like, back in the days, bro, it wasn't no like these two people, if they was locked up, they couldn't sit at the table with each other. Crips and Bloods,
Nah,
they didn't kick it with each other.
no, no, not at all.
But I was saying, so what you think about it? Do you think it's a start that Whack 100, he got a crip as that he's promoting, that's under his wing, and he got a blood? But do you think that that's like a start of something good?
Well, well. Dr. Dre and them already did that. With having Snoop and having Mac 10 and all these guys around, and you know, I think that
Loose cannon.
it's always gonna start off the initial thing gonna start off good, but then once it starts getting with the other people that's involved with that, that's when it starts having limitations, because
Could be bad
you got social media kind of you got gang bangers, gang members, and gang affiliates. So I'm pretty sure it ain't the gang bangers that's really, I think it's the gang members. So like Brick Baby, you
though.
know,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
gang member. Somebody
yeah.
put him on. So yeah, I can see dudes like that trying to do that, but I don't see it as a good idea to. I say it's not a good idea to find a good way to compromise an evil. Like saying okay, y'all kill us and we usually kill y'all,
Facts, Snobby.
but we're gonna do a truce on this video thing. But our friends still gonna kill each other. Our partners still gonna
Yeah,
kill each other.
yeah.
You know, so it's really hard for that to
Dang.
really exist in a real space.
I didn't think about it like that, huh? Because it's like we being cool, but if two of our friends, one person from my hood and one person from your hood out there running to each other, it's ugly.
Right,
It's
right.
on
That's what
sight.
I'm saying.
It's on
Yeah,
sight.
yeah, because they not tripping on that. So it'll be good for the camera, but it ain't gonna be good in reality.
And
Just like when they said, when they was like, "Yo, Kendrick brought the gangs together." Kendrick brought 98% Bloods together and a small 2% Crips up there. But to somebody that don't know about gangs, the way it looked, it like, man, he's uniting the gangs. They were all the same gang. It's just that they had a few dudes that they was cool with that wasn't Bloods, and
yeah,
they was up there. If you really pay attention, it
yeah,
wasn't like you didn't see the Hoovers or nothing like that, where you seeing great purple flags or, you know, no, you didn't see none
yeah.
of that stuff.
I mean, I like me,
Cause
like,
it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
yeah.
Cause
Awoken once said, Awoken. Hold on, not me. Awoken once said, now everyone gonna know everyone. and know each other business, that's where it could go wrong.
And it's the fact that it's only on camera because your homeboy that ain't getting on no podcast, his uncle got popped by that gang, and so
Yeah.
while you on camera making it seem like one thing, behind the scenes it's gonna remain another. So it ain't good, to show something that ain't true. Because
Yeah.
then you'll have blood dudes that are affiliate bloods thinking like, oh yeah, it's a truce right now, it's cool and all this, and some dude that ain't got nothing to do with no podcast see him and run it on them.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
run it on 'em.
me, I like well, in the 80s when NWA and all that first took off, I lived in Compton. I lived right down the street, like probably like 4 houses in Southside Hood from DJ Yeller. So like,
Right.
and I never like the whole time there, I never seen the Crip kicking it with a blood. Like I'd never seen that.
Mm-mm. Nah. That
Like
every time you do see it, correct me if I'm wrong, but the most of the times you do see it is on TV or on a record.
yeah.
It ain't really like a normal day-to-day real life situation.
And I'm not gonna lie, I would love that to change. I would love that to change.
Yeah, it would be nice, but too many uncles, too many nephews.
Yeah, too many people didn't die. Too many people
Yeah.
didn't die. And some people is not gonna be able to stomach that.
Nah, it's people that's waiting to get out in 2 years to get revenge on some stuff that happened 5 years ago.
5 years, yeah, that's true.
They got 2 more years to go. They ain't trying to hear all that. So yeah, it'll look good on social media and all that, like as far as that, but it's kind of like, it's just, I don't know, man. I think that Whack 100 is trying to show a different type of narrative, like a social media streets, where there's a social media streets. So a lot of dudes that ain't really active, they kind of getting involved, because I don't see how you can be an active gang member and still be on social media. Because I don't see how. When any moment or any time that day, you might see what you need to shoot at, and because you active. I don't see how you can do it. I don't see how it would take a gang member, not a gang banger. I can see a gang member being on TV with his rag and all, but a gang banger, he ain't got time to do that.
He busy banging.
He busy banging.
Site.
On
site.
Yeah, I can see. I can see.
And he gonna see everything else that's like. He gonna see everything else like social media or whatever else is like, that ain't gang banging. If I'm doing that ain't gang banging.
Yeah,
he ain't fucking with that.
That's because, like, especially when you see a lot of stuff that's being said, I said, man, everybody be talking about snitching, but they be on there snitching.
Yeah.
But they call it, oh yeah, what's his name, the snitch? But then they be like, yeah, because Whoopie Whoop did this and did that, and it's like, wait, hold on, am I seeing this? Am I tripping? Said, right. Okay, I get it though. I get it. It's it's not even a clout thing no more. It's about money and trying to build these platforms, and
Right. So they're using gang members to represent gang bangers. So then you got all these gang affiliates across the world trying to be gang members, but they never really get a chance to run with gang bangers, because gang bangers don't let you run with them. And the only time gang members run with gang bangers is when gang bangers want gang members to put in work.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't get to run with them either.
So do you see?
It's on site.
Okay, so remember when they started, going after rappers that was talking about doing stuff in their songs? Do you think they're gonna start doing that to people on social media?
Like, far as like going at them for as what? For
talking about crimes on,
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, law enforcement gonna use it to their advantage, especially to areas and regions that are still high in certain crime rates, yeah, they're gonna use that as a free ticket to gather information like they're doing now. Because there's a difference in interrogation and an interview. When you get an interview, all the questions rely on whatever skill set you have or what you did with it. When you get interrogated, you ask questions about your personal life because people are trying to size you up, just like the feds, or they'll try to size you up. So when you look at Vlad TV, you're not watching interviews, you're watching interrogations because you learn nothing about the rapper's skill set after he gets off of there. You only learn about his prison time, who he's beefing with. That's interrogation. So you get these rappers, you get these gang members on TV, and you start interrogating them. And so all they doing is making it hot for the gang and they self, because the gang member ain't gonna get nowhere near him to get caught up.
Yeah.
But he's gonna make the gang look bad, but because he's a gang member and he's making those type of the people in the streets don't know he's just a gang member. They think he a gang banger.
Yeah, the people that's watching it, that's what they think. Like I be hearing a lot
Right.
of it'd be weird, bro. I don't like to talk about it because I don't like to get off into that stuff because, but I be seeing it sometimes. And you see the ones that be on there talking, they not even gang affiliated. A lot of them don't even be gang affiliated. It'd be like a young 18-year-old, like you feel me, living in in a big house with a good family.
Yeah. See, because the one thing about the gangbanger, there's a difference. Like when the gang member, he be trying to prove himself for the rest of his life. He'll be 40, 50 years old, getting new tats, still talking about get him cut, because he's a gang member. The gang banger, he's at that age too, but he didn't killed enough niggas and he don't want that life. He kind of don't want that life no more. He's somewhere with some chick with 2 kids.
He didn't change his name.
Man.
Right.
He ain't even going by it. Primo, what's going on?
Man.
Nah,
he ain't even going
he
by
didn't
the
move to
same
a
name.
small town. He didn't move to a small town, and he literally let go the flag. Through his behavior and everything. And then you got the gang member. He'll never let go of the behavior because he wants the world to think he a gang banger.
Yeah.
Because you got gang affiliates, gang members, and gang bangers. They're not the same.
Yeah, they all different. Because a banger, he gonna bang till he die though. A lot of them.
Yeah,
they gonna bang, and then once they go to prison, they gonna be banging in there. They gonna be another soldier
ain't no
in
truce.
there.
Gang bangers ain't no truce. Gang members, yeah, you can get that going. Gang affiliates, they all kick it together anyway. They have red shirts in the crowd with the blue. They all just affiliated. They
the
really
ones
doing
snitching. They the ones really snitching.
the gang affiliates are snitching on the gang members.
Yeah. Like, man, I've been around. I know what's going down, man. For real, man.
But you'll never hear about gang members snitching on gang bangers because it ain't gonna happen. You gonna die. You dying. You gonna die. Gang bangers are the on site.
Yeah, on site.
Yeah, it ain't no podcasting and doing all that. It's too much going on. Uncle Ronnie got popped yesterday. It's too much going on. Ain't no time for that.
Yeah,
The gang member, he want to be down with them, so he got time because they didn't beat him up to make sure that if he really real, he gonna take this like a man and he gonna stand it, and they did that. So they like, okay, he cool. He can rep the set. So then since he rep the set, now he going to all these dudes that making them gang affiliates. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get down with us, good, and that like that. So so this dude, you know what I'm saying? So this dude gets down with him. He gets down with him, but he's not part of the gang. He's just affiliated with the gang member who's affiliated with the gang banger. The gang banger is the core of it all.
The
There is no truth.
The
Yeah,
bangers,
ain't no
the
truth.
gang bangers, you got to be careful of. Because I remember I went to a club with my folks one time in LA, and I seen the gang bangers come out. I said, yeah, them bangers. And when they started banging, they was banging hard. I seen 20 of them jump 3 people while 30 of them stood on the side and watched. I said, wait, hold on, man. We got to get up out of here. I said, man,
Hell yeah.
we got, before they look at us and say, is they with them?
Yeah. That be the gang bangers taking other gang members and making them fight somebody that want to be a gang member.
Yeah.
Because don't nobody jump in a gang banger. They from the root of it. You know, they from their family. They uncle was a crip. Their grandma, their great grandpa. They locked in.
Yeah.
They you know, when you got dudes like Big U that they talk about. Big U ain't never been boxed in enough because his lineage is full of it. Then you got the dudes whose grandma didn't live on the block, you know, so you might have to go and get boxed in because, you
Yeah.
know, we don't go off of because you live over here, we go off of where your grandma lives.
Man.
And then that's what we title you from there. And then if you crossing in, then you crossing in. But we going off of where your
Hey,
grandma, because
you
that's where
you is not lying. I always tell this story when I was 15, right?
yeah.
Like I got into some mess and I had stole the car and I took my sister. She was 2 years younger than me and we drove to Compton because my grandfather lived in Compton. And we got pulled over in Watts. In Watts, the sheriff stopped us because he said, man, they blocked off the road and everything and like got us out at gunpoint. And then he was like, you know, when they took me in, he said, you know why I stopped you, right? I said, no. He said, man, I was wondering why this teenager was driving this brand new truck. And I couldn't understand that. You don't even look like you old enough to have a license. And they took me to LP, to Los Padrinos. And when I went in
Mm-hmm.
there, right? I'm in there. I'm from Fresno. I'm not from Compton. I'm from Fresno. I get in there and like all the gang members, they like, man, where he from? They like, he from Fresno. Then next thing you know, I guess they told him because a lot of the police that work in there, they bang too. A lot of people don't understand that the COs and stuff like that, they from sets too. So they told them, hey,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, his grandfather live over there in that hood. And dude then was like, oh, you from Whoopty Whoop hood, huh? I'm like, bro, I ain't from nowhere out
Yeah.
here. But
Right.
your grandfather live in this hood. So that
Right. That's how
means
it goes.
after lockup, you got to get down. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh. They let me go though before we came back out that cell. They let me go. I was happy to the motherfucker.
Yeah, cause see, you can say whatever you want to say, cause you may be trying to save your own life, so you could be saying anything. So when the question become, okay, well, where your grandma stay? That's gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know, your journey. Because if she from the Hoovers, your grandma from the Hoovers, then the question is, okay, well, how'd you end up on Pyru?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
they're
I was
gonna want to
scared.
know
I
that.
wasn't scared,
Your,
Big
your,
Chill. I could
yeah, your
fight back
grandma
in
and
the
your grand,
days, bro. I had
you know,
hands. I wasn't
your
scared to
grandma.
fight. If it came to fighting, I wasn't scared to fight nobody. I wasn't scared to fight nobody. Let me say that again. I
Hey,
wasn't scared to fight
true.
nobody. What?
By the ninth person you had to fight, you would have start trying. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try no more. Let me just get this over with. Let me
Yeah, let
act
me
like
get
I
this over
lost.
with. No, but
Act like
not
I
be
lost.
telling
See,
the
I,
real,
It'll be
because
over.
see,
you know what
I didn't have to do none of that though. I didn't have to fight, do none of that because I was affiliated. You know, because my music was already kicking off, so I was around gangbangers that would take me to Compton and all that, and
Yeah,
so it made I was affiliated with guys. So the affiliate has to make sure that you, by any means, do not try to act like you banging. And
Yeah.
from there, you get a pass. Your pass get bigger and bigger the more they meet you in Compton, and they know you with oh boy, you with Massive. They know Massive do beats. They know you rhyme, and the more you stay away from their politics, the more they recognize that you recognize that you affiliated. You know that you still
Yeah.
gotta watch your back because we got enemies, and our enemies ain't gonna know you from out of town. They're
Exactly.
not gonna know that.
But like I think
Yeah.
what happened to me is like once I got out, I went and I lived with my grandfather for like a year, like a year, and it was like so I was kicking it around him all the time. Like even when I left, I would come back with like G rides and we all riding around, and then one day they just took me up to the school and jumped me. I came back. My
Yeah.
uncle was like, "What happened to you?" I was like, "Man, they jumped me." He said, "Man, they jumped you on the set." I said, "I guess." Like shit, I'm from Fresno.
Yeah.
I'm not from
But it,
Compton.
it ain't long though. It ain't like it's a long fight or nothing. They'll do it for 30 seconds or so. Depends on but usually it's like 30 seconds or so. It ain't long. It's like
Nah,
30 seconds.
we went three
You know.
rounds. We went three
You hear
rounds.
somebody talking about they went 5-10 minutes, boy. That was a vendetta. That's something else, nigga. It don't go. It
Yeah,
don't take 30. It takes. You know how long 30 seconds is? A person swinging at you.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's a long time.
It
It's a
is. It
long
is.
time.
It is.
Help!
But
Help!
I I said it was a cold fight though, but
Ew.
like a couple of the BGs, they went back to my uncle and
Oh,
was telling him what happened. They was like, yeah, he held his own because I set a couple of people down. Like by the
Oh
time,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it started with 13, but by the time that third round, it was only like 8, and would nobody rush me. And I'm going, okay, come
Hey,
on,
you know
rush
what's
me.
crazy? You know what's crazy?
no.
If you lose in that moment, they gonna think you can hold your own
Yeah.
because you didn't run.
Oh yeah, I didn't run. They no, but
Yeah, it don't matter if you
I
get knocked
forgot.
out. It don't matter if you get
Hey,
knocked out. It don't matter from there at that
he
point.
picked up a
You stood your ground. That's all that matters.
Nah, he picked up a like they wouldn't rush me. On that third round, they would not rush me. And he picked up the crutch and act like he was gonna hit me with the crutch. And when he went to go swing the crutch, I put my arm up, and then that's when everybody rushed me. Hey, I could laugh about it now, but I like after that, I think I was out there like another 6 months and I was gone, but I was like always like back and forth.
You
But it
back
was like,
in? Did you have
They wasn't trying
True,
to rush you.
did you have family in that area?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's what this
they
is.
that last time I'm telling you, they would not rush me, bro. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. That's
But
because in the second round you knocked out CeeLo. That was the strongest one. They were like, fuck, if he knocked out CeeLo, cuz I ain't getting in that.
I
I
forgot. I
seen a
know his
student
name was Jermaine. His name was
I
Jermaine.
say
And he had like hazel green eyes, and like yeah, he was one that I caught. Set him down, had him over there, eyes swole as hell. He was like, man, nah, y'all go ahead. He was one that I set out, and there was a couple of more. And then after the fight, that's when because they BGs, so it's like they trying to move up like in rank. So it's like, okay, well you got to fight me 1-on-1, and then you can be my little homie, and you gonna take my name. And it's like, bro, I ain't taking nobody's name. Like I don't even know what just happened.
well, yeah, it's politics. It's politics. But it ain't like what people think, cause it's not an everyday situation. It's just an initiation.
Yeah.
Just like what the Masons do to you one time. And then at that last time when you come out the coffin, and you know, and how they hit you over the head, with with this like well, I ain't gonna get into all that, but it's just
I
all
know.
that that person may be feeling that pain in that initiation or whatever like that,
Dang.
but that's it. It's not gonna happen again.
Don't tell me
It's
they
not
had
like
you.
they're gonna.
Don't
It's
tell
not
me
like
you
they're gonna
seen
mount you
somebody.
up.
Don't
Ain't no
tell me, Nobby,
reinitiation and all.
you seen somebody ride the goat.
Huh?
You seen somebody ride the goat?
Uh, I ain't gonna say that. I just,
Because I never
I
knew
ain't
what
gonna say
that
that.
mean. Cause my sister's dad is he a third degree Mason, and he called when I first moved out here. I was like wanting to get into that stuff, and he
Okay.
called one of the ones out here and set up a meeting with the ones, and I went and had a meeting with them, and then we was just talking about different stuff because like that was the time where I was still trying to find my spirituality and understanding the life and all these different things, and I thought they had so-called information I probably wanted to know. And then that was one of the jokes the youngster said. He said, "Man, he ain't, he don't know about riding that goat." And I'm like, "Ride the goat? What the hell?"
And I can, like without, without even discriminating against that, or you know, I can't, my story, at this time in my life, I was me and my wife was really just getting started to recycling stuff. So when they did approach me, we had a meeting and everything, and telling me about certain things. And then my brother already was a Shriner, and and everything, and so I would learn a lot, hearing what he would say. And I think that people got it like miss it's I think they got it miscombobulated a little bit because of the ceremony, that takes place.
Yeah, because
And
it's a ceremony. It is a ceremony. It said, like if you look it up, don't play the goat,
yeah,
ride the goat. And I'm like, like ride the goat. Like I don't know what it is, but they got little things on it. They got, little old school drawings that I'm showing here on YouTube. Ride the goat. And I'm like, what is ride the goat? Look at the dude ride the goat. It was
when you
like
come
with a
out that coffin,
blindfold on.
when you come out that coffin, I don't know when they ride the goat. I know when you come out that coffin, you're not gonna be riding no goat. You gonna come out of there, and then they're gonna like poke at you and hit you over the head, and
What?
um, well, not hit you over the head violently,
No,
but
I
just
know.
it's a turn thing that they tap you over the head with. That's kind of like a ceremonial way, but it kind of hurt a little bit, like and
like
it's
like the fraternities using like the paddle.
it's like like when Christians get baptized, they get baptized and become they and it's considered you're saved and you're baptized and you become a new person. Well, it's kind of similar to that, but it's more to the truth, like coming into the truth of
Oh,
you know time and space and certain things around us that um, people can't gravitate to, so they can't create they world. It's a everybody thing. It's a everybody thing, but it ain't meant for everybody to have it in their hands. And so some people that have it in their hands, they're willing to give it to people, but they want to know if they can trust you with it. How far are you willing to go to get it? Some people want to know how far you're willing to go to get it, and some people want to know how if they can trust you with it. So that's where ceremonies and rituals come into play. You
okay.
know,
Another thing that tripped me out is the fact that they asked me like what God I believed in, and they was like, because you have to believe in the higher power. Like it didn't matter what God it was, but you had to believe in the higher power.
yeah. Well, they're the books that they secretly read from. You know, they believe like kind of like what the Arabics believe in a way. You
What?
know, kind of like that. In secret.
Yeah.
Like they're not trying to change. See, there's people out in the world that is trying to change how the world is. They're not there to change the world. They already made the world through that hidden understanding that everybody don't have. So then you have the affiliates to that, and these people get put in positions of power so that they can continue to develop. because they are the architects of the planet.
Yeah.
Like you got these dudes who's Christians, their religion. You got these dudes who's Buddhist, their religion. You got these dudes that Islam is their religion, and then you got dudes that the architectural structure of life is their religion,
Oh.
and they're called Masons.
Oh wow.
You know, so when they ask you, do you believe in God? They're not asking you. They know They know that it's a higher power. They already know that. They just want to know what part of basically what part of it do you lie on? Because it's all type of lies that's been put in play. And what makes us unique is that we know enough to be true than others. And so to prove it, I can put a skyscraper right there. As a matter of fact, I can build a bridge from there to there, from that state to that state. I'll prove it that I know something that everybody else don't know. I'll build a stadium arena right there. So in other words, the architects of today, they reduplicate the the constructors of the past. That when we look at pyramids and we look at the Colosseum, the Caesar, and we look at all these things, and we at all like, wow, that's amazing. So we have our versions of it too, of that understanding, but we don't have all the understanding. We just have enough to create the world we have today, and that comes from a more Masonic understanding. No, it doesn't come from. There's no history of Christians or any other religion building anything. You heard about things getting built. You just wasn't tripping on who was building it. And they still they've generations of all they've had generations just like everybody else. They're the builders. Because you build your reality, and that's the truth. So the question of who is God to you is a deep question, because people see the Baphomet and things like that, and they say, "Oh, uh, they worship an evil." Look, they got the evil Baphomet, and they got the lamb that was sacrificed, and the woman that was sacrificed, all in one, and the pig, and all the bird, everything, all the 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 imagery of the Baphomet, the imagery of it, every shape of it that's on there has been slaved or conquered. The element of each animal, from his legs to his feet to his body to the inner part of his body to the face, each one has been conquered.
Oh.
So symbolism, when you understand what the blood is, and then you look at the Baphomet again and you see all those that's on it that's been conquered by the blood. It's been conquered by the blood, because the blood is what holds the information. So those that tap into the spirit world and they make connections with the spirit world, then all they need is blood to offer the spirit, because the spirit can see through that blood what that person or who that person is, or what that thing is, or what was going on, because it stores information. When you look at the in the beginning, the gods would want them to sacrifice things, the blood, because the blood it had information in it. So that blood stores thousands of years of information in it. And so what if you was a spirit coming into a physical world and you wanted to know what was going on, and where would you start? With the blood. So when you say so when you look at, they say that you take the blood of this person to be your savior. Take the blood of this person, meaning their information, their ancestry. Do you take that? Their ancestry, it's a deep question. People answer so fast. It's no different than the question of saying, would you take a dinner with Jay-Z or 500,000? Just hearing 500,000, people say, yeah, the 500,000. So not knowing that, like, well, why would I take 500,000 when I could talk to him about a $20 million deal? If I take the 500,000, then I can't talk to him about a $20 million deal. Because I shouldn't even be at the meeting unless I got something that I want invested in, that I can see that will have a good turnaround. So if I'm planning on showing up at that meeting, he can keep the money. Especially if we're gonna talk. Yeah, he can keep the money. I'd rather have the conversation. But the other person may say, "No, give me the 500,000."
Yeah, give me that.
Because what they banking it on has nothing to do with information. See, what I'm banking it on has something to do with information. Same thing with the spirit world. When they tap in, and the spirit world don't need us to ask us anything, because we got water in us, we got blood in us, and we got air in us. All three things hold information.
Okay.
Don't have to ask anything.
Awoken one said the symbol of two snakes on the pole, aka pharmacy, is between the Baphomet legs. What's that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All those images have been conquered. That's on the symbolization of it. Well, if you think about the snake, the scriptures talk about the snake being like the wisest of the creatures. So our feet is more attached to the earth than we are. So that means that if me and you walked outside with no shoes on, our feet would be more attached to the earth than we are. So the earth would feel us, and we would feel it if it was like that. But imagine a snake that's connected to the earth with its entire body. They don't have no higher part or no lower part. Its entire body is connected to the earth. And he's slithering around through the, wherever he's at, but he's always connected to the earth. So I'm disconnected from the earth because I have on socks and tennis shoes and stuff like that. But he's always connected. So he's going to be a lot more wiser when it comes. If he was a man, he would be wiser.
Exile.
Because if he was slithering and he could sit up and talk like a man, he'd be way more wiser. Because I'm only connected to the earth by my feet.
I see it.
But he's connected in its entirety.
Yeah, I never even I like kind of connected. When I seen the Baphomet, I always connected with symbolism because like it was weird, bro, because like that shit was so damn real, man. Like his head was like it had the fur like a buffalo, but it was a goat. But it had the fur like a buffalo, but he had on these chain, like he had on a chain with like all these symbols on it. And it had like every symbol, like 76, like I mean every symbol, Nike, whatever symbol you can think of that was a symbol was on that damn necklace. And it came down like all of them came down like in a pyramid, making like a pyramid. That shit was hella shiny.
Yeah. Just like if you go back and it's like the hospital.
Thank you, bro.
And
Australia.
Most people think the hospital been around, but to go back to what he was saying when he was asking about the snakes on the Baphomet, it's like that's why I was saying that in the essence, because it's like he's the wisest of the creatures. So the wisdom of the earth, it's at the feet, it's at the bottom, because that's where the connection is to the earth is our feet. So the snake is at the heel of that person's feet. So they have the wisdom. They're connected to the earth like a serpent. That means that they go to and fro. They wise about how they moving. And then the bottom, the top, the goat symbolizes the blood, the information. And then the 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 person in the nurturing of it, to nurture it. That's why the breasts are there, because breasts are used to nurture. This symbolism, this way and of customs will be nurtured to the people that honor this symbol. This symbol will nurture them into whatever that particular group is using it for.
And all this time, I never
Because
noticed that symbol in the sitting between his legs. I never noticed that. Like when I was looking it up in the past.
yeah, because this planet, what it knew was the snake to be that dude, until we started going in the water. We ran into the octopus. It kind of made us think different, because normally most of the things around us reach like a 5-year-old child's understanding, 2 to 5-year-old child's understanding. Like you take a gorilla, has a 4-year-old's understanding, just like a 3-year-old's understanding. Even though it don't know how to build a house or go get a job, it does know if you're about to whoop them up. You say, go get your jacket, they go.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That shit is crazy as hell. Well, what did the Baphomet get to be the devil like right here? Yeah, that's crazy, Dobby. That's wild. That's wild to think about.
Baphomet is gang affiliated.
The Baphomet. It's crazy. I thought, well, it's probably because I was on that full HTO. It wasn't scary at all. It was
You
just
know what
trippy to see.
Yeah, but that octopus is. I don't know if it's from Earth or not.
Yeah, I don't know where that thing from.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from Earth or not, because it shouldn't do that. Even a dolphin displays the same thing that the gorilla does or the monkey does when it comes to that level of intelligence. But this octopus, on the other hand, yeah, he's a little different. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, I'm telling you, man, he's a little different. He shouldn't. There's no way that he know how to turn the lid on a jar to get itself out. How would he know that to do that?
Oh yeah, the octopus.
Yeah. How would he know to do that? You should watch that video. It's a crazy video.
Yeah, I seen it a long time ago. I said he seen them twisted on.
Yeah, there's no way he should be able to do that.
Wind in the building. Well, velvet balance now, energy.
All right. I mean, we've had people seen gorillas, walk upright. I mean, everybody's seen them do that, but we've had like a few of them that did nothing but walk upright. It was, we you can see those online too. That it was just a few of them, but they decided they didn't want their hands wet. Like whatever made them think that, I don't know.
So what you
and
think
then they
about this?
started.
Nabi, Awoken once said, I don't think Satan and Lucifer are the same thing because people make it seem like they the same, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, it's no different than Christ and God. Some people think Christ and God are the same. You know, then there's people that think that God is the creator, and then there's the Son. No different than Lucifer being the real devil and Satan being the son of that. So when you who's get highlighted the most, the sons do. You know,
Yeah.
as fathers, we want our kids to do better. So even though we made creation
Right.
and we both signify different degrees of life, whether it is considered evil or good, it's only based on the perception of the person perceiving that action and how it makes them feel. If it's not a pleasant feeling, it can be related as evil or not good. But both of these uh, feelings come from a deity, and so those deities live inside of us, both of them. And so we make choices with them. And so when you think about Satan and Lucifer, it's the same as, like I said, Christ and Allah, or Christ and Buddha, or Christ and whoever people put Christ as. It's the same. It's the Father, Son, Father, Son. You know, Lucifer already told the world that y'all not gonna know about me. So that's why we know about stories of the sun. So we hear about Satan. And the serpent ain't neither one of them either. And the dragon ain't neither one of them either. The serpent was a talking um, deity, you know, that looked like a lizard, that looked like a reptile. It was non. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was not no snake like we see. It was reptile, yeah, but just like I'm a mammal, but I don't look like no cow. You know, he yeah, he's a reptile, but he's not looking like he got it. Yeah, he got that snake face. The frog do too, and everything else. You know, uh, that's what I always call the frog, a snake face with feet. You know, and so it's just like that man or that being that was talking to them was already around. You know, it's just we when you use the word serpent, and then that word changes to reptilian over time. And so the people that's running into the reptilians and seeing them and all that are no different than the story of Adam and Eve when they ran into it. But we're not living in Adam and Eve's time where we'll say it's the serpent. We're living in a time where we'll call it a reptilian. But it's the same thing. But like I said, you know, these words that is called good and the word are called evil are sum up titles for feelings. So something that is pleasurable, meaning satisfying, whether it makes you happy, satisfying, whether it makes you full, content, but it's a balanced frequency. You would consider it good. If it goes against the grain, as you being the perceiver, if it goes against the grain of what uh, that harmony, you can consider it evil. So, for example, um, a person that was born under the 13th zodiac sign that they took out, that the symbol was a snake. So that person that was born under that zodiac has a natural vibe for doing things that make them feel good. That to a person that wasn't born under that and may not ever heard of that sign, but when we see that behavior, we end up titling it because we took the sign out, the zodiac sign away, so we can identify with it. So now we're dealing with it, this behavior, all in the world. So what we're doing is titling it. because it doesn't fit with the rest of us. See, it would have fit with the rest of us if they would have left the 13th zodiac sign in and never took it out. But since they took it out, that means that there's a behavior that we don't, some people don't settle with. So just like when people beat people and they say, "Man, are you a Leo?" Yeah, how you know that, man? 'Cause you, man, I can tell you, because there's certain behaviors behind things. So there's a zodiac sign that they took out, which left a whole uh, slew of people with a certain behavior that can't be identified. So we did identify it, and we call it evil. It's the opposite of your happiness, your feeling good, your comfortability. And that's anybody that's perceiving it. Because what you're calling good can be evil to me. And what can be evil to me could be good to you. Yeah, see, that's when you okay, so let's get honest about that. Okay, so when we're talking about 5% knowledge, you know, um, this particular knowledge is a segregated knowledge uh, that was formulated in ciphers in the penitentiary. And this 5% knowledge that was ciphered in the penitentiary were from guys who couldn't be at the mosque or the Muslim temple um, at the time that they would like to because they're in prison. And so they all begin to learn it from a different angle. So then they get out of prison. And once they get out of prison, they see the congregations and they see things going on. But they're from prison. They learned about certain other things like Yakub and certain things. So they feel like this is the truth about the black origin, the we the gods, and certain things that come from the penitentiary based on guys that wasn't trying to come up with a penitentiary religion, but was trying to do religion in the penitentiary. And so it's almost like trying to be a rapper and you're on an island and the only thing that there's people there with you, but he got a banjo, he got a saxophone, and he got a violin. Now they can put some rhythms. They can put some rhythms together for you, and you can rap on them. But it won't be. It won't be until you come back to the states to see how far you are from the actual rap, because you've been learning it from an aspect the best way you could, because you're on an island now. So now that people on the island saying you're good, and people on the island are saying you're great, and then you come back to the states with it, and so people never heard it before, and they like, oh, okay, he's using the violin, the saxophone, and the banjo guy, and he's rapping, but it don't really sit too well with the scholars of music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not cut from fat cloth. So
That's
yeah,
fire though.
yeah, he's not cut from fat cloth. So they like, no man, we use drums, we use this, we use that. What's that? That's a microphone. That's this and that. So let's say that the people that dude run into that's coming from the island, he run into people that want to do music, but they don't know nobody, so they run into him. So now he's teaching them how to do music with the guy with the banjo, the saxophone, and the acoustic. He like, yeah, get that, And now he got other dudes doing it, and they not realizing the origin of what they doing. See, the word cipher, is like something that comes from that origin. Because the ciphers, when you're in the penitentiary, you look around, you see people in ciphers. These clicker dudes, these clicker dudes, these clicker dudes. these dudes over here ciphers because there's discussions going on, but but you're not part of it. So um, in hip hop, when the 5%ers got out the penitentiary, they start moving around in that essence and start teaching it to these guys. So then these rappers start saying they was 5%, and then that's where the ciphers came from. When you see the rappers getting in freestyle ciphers and stuff like that, that's where it comes from. It comes from the 5%ers doing ciphers. So that's where we get all the ciphering from. So to make a long story short with that, everything that they talk about from the star to the planets and everything is knowledge that stems really from their belief in Yakub, and from there the science that makes sense from there. So Yakub is to have made Europeans, and Yakub made the Europeans, and we were our own God, our own, everything was inside of us and things of that nature. And that's when, you see just like everybody else that they haven't figured it out, that like you're better off enjoying yourself and not getting so caught up into that stuff, because you may not see the end of that slide right now, that little smoke that's around the door. You may not see it right now, but you bet your last dollar, just keep living. It's going to get clearer and clearer down there. You're going to start seeing it. The older you get, you're going to start seeing it. When you're 20 years old, you don't think about that door and how much time you got before you get to that door, but keep living. You're going to start seeing the smoke around that door and start thinking about the time you got living. You don't see the door yet. You just see the smoke because you're thinking about the time you got left. Once you start thinking like that, that lets you know something is pushing you towards something that you can't control. So why are you getting wrapped up into things that ain't gonna go with you? You can't think of one religion, one anything that's gonna go with you, because these are practices that you use in your day-to-day function, not for you to engulf yourself in as one of the characters. So you got people.
A lot of people just used to getting wrapped up in things. It's like it's a part of it. But I gotta head out, Nabi. My girl about to be pulling up right now.
All right, my brother.
All right, thanks for
brother.
all the info you be dropping. All right, Theo, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you,
All
too.
I'm gonna still be parked in here with Theo. I'll always be in here, and
right.
shout out to everybody on the True Lights, man.
Yeah, y'all can always go
love.
in. It's open,
For real,
Theo. Them
bro.
gonna be
Thank
there. And thank y'all.
Yeah.
And yeah, y'all, thanks for stopping by. I'll be talking a lot sometimes myself, but it'd be cool, like, when we got people like Nabi, Theo, and certain other ones, like, even other people that's out there that be in the Discord, and they get to kind of explain in a lot of different things. I don't like to, I'll be reading the comments, but I don't like to cut nobody off when they talking, especially like once they get on one, because I feel like, they talking to me, they talking to us. And it's like be cool just to sit back and just kind of listen. So we all ask questions. That's why I was throwing the questions out. Oh, he said this, he said that. But yeah, it'd be dope, man. This is a dope. I don't know what we doing here or what we did, but we created something beautiful, and we gonna continue to keep doing this. That's all I can say. Velvet Wind, what's up? I still call you Velvet Wind because I like that name. Velvet Wind, balance. Velvet is balanced energy. Yeah, and a woken one, and Fish Tropic Canada, and there is peace. There is peace. I'm glad you be here too, because everybody be bringing up some interesting topics, and it kind of keep the channel going and keep us going. It's keep us having something to talk about. So yeah, keep throwing stuff out there as we just sitting in here talking, Because I don't never have it. No, like a lot of times, unless I have a set topic of something I want to talk about, I don't do that. I like it to just, find itself. And that's what it always does. Everybody get to saying what they gonna say, and then we get to just jumping from topic to topic to topic to topic to where we're not making it no set thing. I told you this is different than any other channel out there. We're not following the narrative, right? We doing what the hell we want to do. That's it. And that's all. And we gonna do it how we want. And I'm gonna keep doing it like this, despite what. But thank you, and I'm out. All right.